Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys what I purchased from the Knit Picks / We Crochet DK Sport Sale. So, as of this going up, the bulky weight sale and super bulky weight sale will be up on the Knit Picks and We Crochet site. I am filming this on Sunday afternoon. Figured I'd go ahead and get this rolled out so I can get started on some new things. So first, I'm going to show you what I got, and then I'm going to show you why I got it, or what my goal was here. And I have a whole basket of stuff here for another video. So first off, everything is Brava sport weight. I shared with you guys in show and tell number 113 that I was going to be making this one small purchase. So these are 273 yards, 100 grams. This is 100% a premium acrylic, machine wash, tumble dry. So I really like this yarn. It's very, very squishy. It's got a nice texture to it. Like I said, it's kind of similar to Vanna's Choice, but it's squishier, it's fluffier. It doesn't split, or I've had no issues with it splitting. It's very nice to work with. It gives a nice drape to your finished objects. It's because the yarn is aerated just a little bit. It is a little on the finer side, but not too bad. It's not, on that sport to fingering end. It's kind of right smack dab in the middle, I would say, but I haven't done a wraps per inch test on it to test that out. So what colors did I buy? Well, this is Mint. We have Tide Pool, Alfalfa, Tranquil. Get my arms filled up here, and I'm trying not to drop stuff in my cup of coffee. This is Dove Heather, and it's not a hyper heathered. There's a little heathering, but it's not that like really stark contrast heathering. And Peapod. So all together, it's like 5 skeins are fine. That extra 6 skein is what's making this hard to show. This is what we have. That's all the colors together. So I bought these specifically to make a linen stitch shawl, but I wanted to duplicate the colors in this Karen cupcake. And these are the small cupcakes that came with the pom-poms on top. I'd made this linen stitch shawl a few weeks ago. This is a triangular shawl. The yarn is fine. It's even after washing it, it's still just not very drapey. It's a little on the coarse side, not as bad as something like old school Red Heart Super Saver, but it's not particularly squishy and luscious. So I did want to do something different. Now I'm planning on doing a long stole shaped wrap with something on the ends. I still haven't designed what I want to put on the ends of it yet, but I definitely wanted to duplicate this color palette. So I went on to the Knit Picks site and looked at what was in here and looked at their website, specifically at the Brava, to see what colors were a close match. Now, this is something I will probably come back to later in 2021, discussing how accurate websites' pictures show up to what you're actually getting. I didn't know if Alfalfa or Peapod would be the best green for this one. But let's hold this up here. Actually, we'll hold up this edge. So I did get one extra color, knowing that I was going to be either Alfalfa or Peapod, or maybe even use both, because both still look good with this color combination. But this is the Tranquil, and that's the color I was trying to match with Tranquil. So this is a little bit more aqua, but that's why everything in this is a little bit of a dusky version of these colors. And I knew I wasn't going to get an exact match. I just wanted to get a read closeness match. So this is like the Brights version of the dusky color palette. The next one is Tide Pool. And I was trying to match that color. And once again, this is a little bit more of a saturated version of this color. But in person, it actually reads even less contrast because you can see we also have some speckling amongst the colors. So on camera, we are getting some read difference than in person. But in person, I would say that's almost a dead match for what I was looking for. The next up is Mint. And this, it's reading white on camera, but in person, this is a very, very, very faint mint green. And so you can see where that kind of blows out too, to where it almost reads with that almost white, but not quite color. Even when I hold it up. And that's a mint, like mint on its own reads like green. Mint over here almost reads white. So that's what I was looking for. I wanted a green, the almost red white. Silver gray is an easy color to match. I went with a lighter option because they did not have a warm tone gray, but the cool tone gray is actually perfectly fine for this, especially to give a little bit more contrast with the more saturated versions of the colors I knew I was getting. And then finally, this green color. So this is Pea Pod. And once again, this is almost a dead-on color match. In person, I could have put this in place of that and you would never notice the difference. On camera, because you can see the tonal variation where there are those speckles in there, it is reading a little bit different. But I would say I did pretty good on that match. But the other option, if I wanted to go brighter, was the alfalfa color. But I knew, looking at the colors, even if it wasn't a dead match, that I could put the alfalfa in there and further blend in, like, say, the mint green amongst the more saturated colors in the Pea Pod, Tranquil, and Tide Pool, or leave it out. So I have the option still of going with the 5 colors that are in the shawl, the saturated versions of the color from the shawl. And see, even together, now that you see all of them together, you can see where even the mint starts to blow out and read white up against these other more saturated colors, even on camera. In person, it doesn't do that quite as much, but on camera, you can see where that is definitely reading more white. But I can also come in and try to create a little bit of separation with that brighter green. And now you can see it starts to read a little bit more mint green versus white when I add in that bright green. So that is what I got. I got 3 balls of each color. I'll probably only need 2 for the shawl I have planned. I do want, as I drop stuff all over the floor, I do want a much larger wrap. I'm thinking probably close to 26 inches wide and about 6'4", 6'5" minimum in length before I block it. Because I want to make sure that I want it in linen stitch. So I want to make sure that the stitches are extended and at their full length. So you can see like the little spikies that the linen stitch makes. And I'm not sure what kind of border I'm going to put on the ends yet. So I'm going to end it, or probably crochet the linen stitch portion at about 6.5 feet long. I'm only 5'5". This is for me. So I just need it to come around my shoulders and have a little bit of drape down towards the front where it wraps over my arms before I put on those end caps, the end borders, to finish it off. So I did really good. I bought for a very specific project this time, and I feel like we have an excellent color match for what I was going for. Definitely if you're in the market for a different kind of acrylic, a premium acrylic, and you don't want to use like the Premier Anti-Pilling or something like that for some reason, definitely check out the Brava line from Knit Picks. Personally, it's one of the ones I really enjoy. I have some of the black. I only had like 2 balls up here. I've got some of the black upstairs in a package to make a Halloween sweater out of, and I'm pretty excited about that. I'll wait until probably the end of August, beginning of September to start that. So I do have some more Knit Picks projects in mind specifically. So like I said, the DK Sport Weight sale is already over for the summer sale. However, the bulky, super bulky sale should be up at the time of seeing this video. If you do think you want to place an order, if you wouldn't mind clicking on the affiliate links down below, that would be great. Not gonna lie, it'd kind of be awesome. That is, We Crochet and Knit Picks are sister companies. They're under the same corporate umbrella. There have been some slight variations between what Knit Picks has versus what We Crochet has, but they haven't been hyper dramatic. The Knit Picks branded line has been the same sale on both websites, but We Crochet also carries some other lines. So anyway, I am going to sign off here. I'm going to go ahead and film my show and tell for this week and get that done and ready to go. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic week. I love you. As always, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys real soon. Ooh, lost my clicker. Bye, guys.